I hate to say that. I hate to say that because I really like Justin Bieber. I feel bad for Justin Bieber. And this is when that happened.
I think we all got caught up in a moment. We was talking about it and having secret meetings about it. We were talking about music and how we gonna flip it.
The world of entertainment is once again shaking as headlines swirl around some of the most recognizable names in the industry. Sean Diddy Combs, a name synonymous with success in music and business, finds himself at the center of a storm. The glamorous facade of his life has cracked, revealing allegations that could change not only his legacy, but the way we view the entire music industry. But this isn't just about Diddy, it's about a culture, a system, and a lifestyle that has long thrived in the shadows. What's more, the resurfacing of old clips from stars like Usher and Justin Bieber has added fuel to the fire, painting a vivid picture of the power dynamics and questionable mentorships that have shaped the careers of some of the biggest names in entertainment.
Moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing.
Diddy is currently under arrest following federal raids on his homes in Los Angeles and Miami. These raids are part of an ongoing investigation into serious allegations of misconduct that have been building up over the years. Despite the raids happening months ago, the case has continued to stir up attention as the music mogul faces increasing legal pressure. His once unshakable empire is now under threat, and the world is watching as the man who once seemed invincible finds himself caught in a deeply troubling situation.
Suge, yeah, Justin Bieber has been getting this out in different ways. You could see it in his music and just what he's been trying to say without saying.
But let's rewind a bit. Diddy's reputation has never been squeaky clean. His name is often tied to controversy, whether it's the East Coast versus West Coast feud of the 1990s, or whispers about his personal life and business dealings. And now, with multiple lawsuits emerging, the whispers have turned into a deafening roar. What's particularly shocking are the allegations tied to his personal life, and how he may have used his influence to manipulate not just his business rivals, but those closest to him. The recent revelations have also brought back into focus his relationships with younger stars like Usher and Justin Bieber, raising questions about the kind of mentorship he offered and the price of being in his orbit.
I hate to say that. I hate to say that because I really like Justin Bieber. I feel bad for Justin Bieber. And this is when that happened.
Justin Bieber, for instance, was once seen as the golden boy of the music industry. A young talent with a voice that captured the hearts of millions. He didn't need anyone's help to make it big. Yet, at the height of his early fame, he found himself closely tied to Diddy. Resurfaced clips from their time together have left fans uneasy. In one infamous video, Diddy joked about giving Bieber a luxury car when he turned 16. The lighthearted tone of the conversation masks something deeper. What kind of influence did Diddy have over the young star? Fans have taken to social media to express their outrage, with one comment reading, "They destroyed Justin Bieber. Makes me sick." He did not need their guidance to move up in the music industry. He was there already. Another went even further, claiming Usher belongs in prison with Diddy for what they did to Justin.
They took Justin Bieber, and just him, that only is a bad look, it's bad.
These comments reflect a growing sentiment among fans that mentorship in the entertainment industry often comes with strings attached. And that brings us to Usher, another superstar whose early career was shaped by Diddy. Clips of Usher speaking candidly about his time living with Diddy as a teenager have resurfaced, painting a picture of a world that was anything but ordinary. Usher described being exposed to a lifestyle that, by his own admission, he wasn't old enough to fully understand. "It was wild. It was crazy," he said in an interview, adding that he wouldn't let his own children experience the same. The implications of his words are chilling. What exactly did he see during his time with Diddy? And how did it shape him as an artist and a person?
Right?
No, not really.
Come on.
But hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
What's even more unsettling is how these experiences seem to have been normalized within the industry. Usher's account isn't just an isolated moment of reflection, it reflects a broader trend where young stars are thrust into environments that blur the line between personal growth and exploitation. The so-called mentorship programs often offered to rising talent can sometimes feel more like initiation rituals into an industry rife with unchecked power dynamics. This raises a critical question. How many others have gone through similar experiences but remain silent out of fear or shame?
You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
Adding to this, Usher's past Rolling Stone interview resurfaces haunting details about his time under Diddy's influence. He shared that being around Diddy wasn't just about learning the ropes, it was about witnessing things he couldn't fully comprehend at the time. "You'd open a door and see something you weren't prepared for," he admitted, hinting at a chaotic, unfiltered environment that left a lasting impression on him. These remarks take on a heavier weight now, as they echo the allegations that have surfaced against Diddy in recent months, suggesting a pattern of behavior that may have continued for decades.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it.
What stands out most is the lack of safeguards for these young artists. In an industry worth billions, how is it that teenagers like Usher and Justin Bieber were left to navigate such precarious situations without proper oversight or protection? The industry's failure to provide a safe environment for its rising stars is an indictment of the entire system. While stars like Usher eventually found their footing, it's worth wondering how many others were derailed by the very people who were supposed to guide them. This raises uncomfortable questions about whether the pursuit of fame and fortune comes at too high a price for those who enter the spotlight so young. The answers to these questions may never be fully known, but they speak to a larger issue within the music industry, a culture that often blurs the lines between mentorship and exploitation. Diddy's relationship with Usher and Bieber wasn't just about music, it was about power, control, and the ability to shape young stars in his image. For some, this mentorship came at a cost. Usher's own words suggest that the lifestyle he was exposed to as a teenager was far from normal, raising questions about the ethics of placing young talent in such environments.
My dad wasn't there in my life as a kid, so all these experiences just readied me for life. So greater than just being an artist.
But the controversy doesn't end there. Diddy's life and career have long been intertwined with some of the most infamous moments in music history. The East Coast versus West Coast feud, which saw the tragic losses of Shakur and the notorious B.I.G., remains one of the darkest chapters in hip-hop. Diddy, as the head of Bad Boy Records, played a central role in this rivalry, though he has always denied any involvement in the violence that defined that era. His longtime rival, Suge Knight, has never been shy about pointing fingers, and recent events have given him yet another opportunity to speak out.
Well, that's the thing I'm gonna tell you. We from two different worlds, number one. Him and I.
In a recent interview, Suge Knight claimed that Diddy is now paying the price for a lifestyle that was never sustainable. He even went so far as to say that Diddy isn't the only one who should be held accountable, suggesting that others in the industry have remained silent to protect themselves. Puffy didn't get to where he got by doing those things listed in the allegations by himself, Knight said. He was taught by people before him, and he did it to the younger people after him. Knight's words are a damning indictment not just of Diddy, but of an entire system that perpetuates cycles of exploitation.
Well, all due respect to Puffy, you gotta realize one thing. He didn't start off like that. I'm quite sure somebody taught him that, and that's more than...
What's striking about Knight's comments is his empathy for Diddy's family. Despite their long-standing feud, Knight expressed concern for Diddy's children, saying, "That man has kids, and whatever affects him definitely affects his kids." It's a rare moment of humanity in a story that has otherwise been defined by drama and scandal. Knight's words serve as a reminder that behind the headlines are real people whose lives are being torn apart. As the allegations against Diddy continue to unfold, the focus has also shifted to the broader implications for the music industry. Diddy's case is not isolated. It's part of a larger pattern of behavior that has gone unchecked for far too long. The culture of excess, power, and impunity that has defined the industry for decades is now being scrutinized like never before. Fans are no longer willing to turn a blind eye, and social media has given them a platform to voice their concerns.
Coming out, it's so funny what's happening with Diddy because this was inevitable.
Diddy's current legal troubles are just the beginning. The allegations against him are serious, and the evidence is mounting. From lawsuits to federal investigations, the walls are closing in on a man who once seemed untouchable. But this isn't just about one man. It's about an entire culture that has allowed figures like Diddy to thrive. The music industry is at a crossroads, and the choices it makes now will determine its future. Will it continue to protect its most powerful players, or will it finally hold them accountable? Only time will tell. As we wait for the next chapter in this unfolding drama, one thing is clear: the world of entertainment will never be the same. The allegations against Diddy are a wake-up call, not just for the music industry, but for all of us. They force us to confront uncomfortable truths about power, privilege, and the cost of success. And they remind us that behind the glitz and glamour of Hollywood lies a reality that is often far less dazzling. So what do you think? Are these allegations the beginning of the end for Diddy, or will he find a way to bounce back? And what does this mean for the future of mentorship in the music industry? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious and keep questioning.